VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live. At the end of the 20th century, a scientist saw a killer comet on its way. He filmed instructions for its destruction over a second-hand VHS tape, but then was hit by a Winnebago. So his assistants Nick and Joe must search every corner of his drone for the cassette that is only home. But in the meantime, they'll play the greatest hits they find. VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live. Melinda's.
Well,
hello, Melinda's.
It's VCR Party time, Tuesday night. I'm Joe, that's Nick, and there's Steve, and there's George. And I'm in the office. We have 11,000 VHS tapes here, and we are probably 41% of the way through watching all of them. Would you say that number's accurate, Nick?
I think we're at 33%. I think we barely scratched the surface.
I think you're right, because we just did some shows last week, and we just got a whole new. So the collection keeps growing and growing and growing. Some new stuff showed up on the doorstep today. This is stuff we got in Philadelphia. The giant claw. Somebody gave us that at the show.
Ooh,
yeah, look at that.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, the giant claw. That must be the giant claw. Looks like it was $1 at a thrift store. And then this one, I'm really excited about this one. Dress Furnishings men's shoes training video. That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be
training video.
Yes, that's gonna be a good one.
Hey, speaking of training videos, these arrived in the mail today. Now, you know, the first video that we found, this was back in 1991. I was working at a McDonald's in high school, found a training video for McDonald's janitors there, and took it home, stole it, and showed it to Joe. And that was what started us collecting VHS tapes back in high school. And saw these, got them in the mail today. These are two more McDonald's training videos in the same packages that McSee was in, the video we found. We had French fries and regular menu staging, dress and assembly from 92 and 93. So these are from like 5 years later. I'm very curious about this.
I'd like to also point out, Nick, you sent me the email with them, and they were like $250 for both, right? And you were like, no, do we get these?
Yeah.
It was like, what was it, like $250 or something?
I think it was $100 for both.
Okay, it was expensive. It was more than that. It was definitely more than $100. But you sent the email, and it was just like, do I get these? I was like, fuck yeah, you get these. That's what the Patreon money goes towards, is getting stuff like that.
Right, so, not paying us. I
mean,
this is
hell no.
Yeah, so now we have those. I'm excited to watch them. They just arrived today in the mail, so maybe next week I'll have more.
I like that we could have given that $200 to George and Steve for helping out with the show, but instead we decided to spend it on more videos.
Right. We got to sustain our habit. Can
I show another thing that somebody sent me? I would like to thank whoever sent us another Unarius calendar. This is for 2022. Unarius is this this friendly cult from, I think, the San Diego area, and they had this public access show. You can watch the whole thing on our SLP streaming site, but it's just the best calendar. I had one for 2021, and this one is just and it's all new stuff, and just look how good it is.
Let's look at March. It's March 1st. Let's look at did you show that one already?
No, I haven't.
What we're at. No,
I haven't.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm glad I asked. I'm glad I asked to look at March.
I think that these two started Unarius, actually. These are the two that started Unarius.
I have a question for Joe. Joe, what entails a friendly cult?
One that doesn't no mass suicides, no murders. Not Charles Manson is not a friendly cult. The ones that wore Nikes in purple, that wasn't a friendly cult.
Okay.
The one that George is in, that's not a friendly cult.
Oh, that's
it's not George.
Hey, I wanted to point out just something up top that, if this is your first episode, I won't do this every episode, but Hello Melinda's, we have a video. You just look up the story of Melinda on our site, and it explains the whole backstory of that. So it's an inside joke, but you'll get it as soon as you watch what George put together, explaining the whole backstory of that. So look that up. It has to do with Nick Nolte and a New Age doctor. So that's all I'm giving you right now.
And a woman named Melinda.
Exactly.
Let's get into a Found Footage
look,
Festival class. Wait, what? You got something? Go ahead.
Yep. Nope. It was teeing up the Found Footage Classic. Let's get into it.
You caught me with my pants down, but no one sells carpet or waterbeds for less.
So you mentioned talking to people after shows, and I was talking to a friend of mine who let it slip that she worked at Queens Public Access, QPTV, and I've lived in Queens for 25 years or 24 years, something like that, and I don't get cable anymore. I kind of miss the local public access channel. There's a long-running show on there named Goddesses. It's all about bigger ladies and their lingerie shows and fashion shows, and it's still on the air, to my understanding. She goes, I work with the lady from Goddesses. I love that show. And that made me think of this particular clip from an episode of Goddesses from, I think, mid-2000s that our buddy taped off TV. And a gentleman is on who enjoys bigger ladies, and he wrote a song about them. And just everything is perfect in this clip.
Well, we're going to see you at Goddesses Saturday night, everybody. We're going to have a big party for Mother's Day. And I want to see your act. So what do we...
Oh, you set a calendar for Mother's Day. This is a good clip to play on Mother's Day.
Oh, this is on Mother's Day? Okay.
Yeah. Goddesses was having a show on Mother's Day, apparently, so.
Waiting for.
Happy
Let's
Mother's
do
Day, by
it.
the way.
It's not about age. It's not about race.
Like this is the part to play in May on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, by the way.
So what are we waiting for?
Happy
Let's
Mother's
do
Day, by the
it.
way.
It's not about age. It's not about race.
Go on now.
It's not about gender.
All right.
It's not about genre.
I hear you.
It's about size.
Woo.
It's about weight.
Yes.
And how big women really are great.
All right. All right. That's awesome now.
Wearing what looks to be a doily with a vest over it.
He loves a big girl 'cause she's warm and juicy and nice. He loves a full girl and he wants himself a slice. He loves a fat girl. She's such a beautiful sight. And when he gets her, he's gonna
I like the
hold
ending.
her and squeeze her and hug her and please her and make love all through the night. Oh yeah. Take it.
All right, there it is. Queens Public
Goddesses.
Access. Goddesses, yeah.
Is it still in the
And then
air?
later, I think so. I mean, at least last time I had cable, it was still on the air, and it was usually like some sort of live event. They would have monthly like mixers and fashion shows, and they were less on set. But and then later, the guy who was her partner there in that dance routine, he does his own song, and he's wearing white spandex and fringes, and it's in one of our public access TV montage. It deserves to be a classic, so good time to revisit it.
It really makes me want to do, we've been talking about this for a while, doing an East Coast, West Coast public access battle. Because I think West Coast public access is better, but we know East Coast more. And
Yeah.
But then you also have Chicago, so maybe Chicago should be in there. I don't know. We got to figure out some sort of battle where everybody can go head to head.
Unarius had their own public access show in the West Coast, so already they're duking it out in this episode.
Yeah. All right. We got to do that.
Don't sleep on the third coast, because maybe there can be 4 quadrants of coasts. Well, 3 coasts and Chicago battling it out for American public access.
Like it's like a Voltron of public access that combines together to battle the public access coasts. Am I getting that right?
No, not at all. I'm just saying that we could do brackets for the for Chicago, New Orleans, East and West Coast.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. And then we do like
access.
regions like the Final Four.
Yes.
Yeah. The
Well, we're
March
starting
Madness.
with the Final Four. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're
working backwards.
Well,
but-
if there's one thing you should know about VCR Party, whether it's your first episode or your 203rd, everything's a competition.
Yep.
And George, maybe you can make a little jingle for everything's a competition for any future ideas we have.
Working on it.
Okay, thank you.
I got some celebrity bullshit here. You want to see some?
Yeah, especially if a fake Julia Roberts is involved in the intro.
Coming right up, buddy.
Larry Hagman, Barbara Julio,
Dick Julio.
fake Julia Roberts.
Okay, so the thing is with this corner, I take pride in hand selecting my celebrity bullshit clips off the VHS that we currently have. I don't want to take web videos or anything. However, I made an exception for this week because Bob Hedges, he sent me a link to the cyber video that I'd never seen before. It had 255,000 views, and it's from a show called Giln Tider, which means Golden Times, and it aired on Norwegian television. I'd never seen it before, and he sent it, and then Nick and I think we were watching it in the green room at Philadelphia, and it just this is what celebrity bullshit's all about. It's just getting celebrities for the sake of them being celebrities. It doesn't matter what they're doing or saying. It's just like, oh, we just want to have celebrities do this. Okay, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I got a text today from Laura Wimbles, who's been on our Saturday morning cartoon show. She hosts the horror show in Cleveland. She goes, have you seen this? And it was this link. I was like, oh yeah, people know our taste.
Well, I wonder if this is going around right now. This might be going around.
Maybe.
So, Steve and George, have you guys seen it?
It is. It was on. I'm trying to remember what, because I watched it like 2 or 3 days ago, and was shocked. It was.
Everyone needs to see it.
Well, here's the thing. Since you guys have seen it, Steve, I normally like to ask quizzes about who the celebrity is in it, but there's so many celebrities here. I think it'd be easier to name a celebrity that isn't in it. Steve.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with Dom DeLuise.
Good guess.
You had that one. You had that one ready to go.
He's usually my go-to.
You had that right in the chamber. All right, here we go.
Is my camera too low? Is that why you're thinking that? Or gotta
all right, here it is. The celebrities singing "Let It Be," and by the way, they're singing the Beatles song "Let It Be," and I think this is gonna be the last time I ever listen to this song. I think I'm done with "Let It Be" after this song. After this,
me too.
version.
And I'm a huge Beatles fan.
Huge Beatles fan. I never need to hear that song again. Here we go.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me.
Steve, did you say Roger Moore?
Words of wisdom.
Oh.
Let it be. Let it be.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me.
I don't think that's his voice. I don't think that's Huey Lewis's voice.
That's the original McCartney track.
No, I don't think this is.
No,
well,
this is that audio track, that vocal track. I think
is it really
actually him.
Okay.
Comes to me,
take it away, Jason Alexander.
Let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me.
How'd they get them all on the beach?
What?
Yeah.
How'd they get them all on the beach? They must have like flown them all out to get all these.
Norway's a magical place. Yeah.
I just love it. They have to
That's
put
a
who
Norwegian
everybody
beach.
was.
What's
Jane
that, Steve?
I like that they have to put who everyone was underneath. Jane I from Melrose Place.
Yeah.
Not Jane from Melrose Place.
No.
Jane I.
Well, yeah.
Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be.
Those must be Norwegian celebrities. That's one of ours.
From the Chevy Chase show.
Nope. And he's
That's not George Wynn's voice. Normal I cheered.
It might be.
I think I means like from probably.
It must.
Yeah.
And he's dressed like Norm though. Like this is a Norm outfit too.
Yeah.
That might be his like regular.
Yeah, maybe it's what he always wears. All right, let's listen to
looks
his...
like he doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, I don't think any of them want to be there.
It's like he got a DUI and was sentenced to do this.
And he's like, it's $12,000. Yeah, I guess I'll do it. All right, listen to his voice here.
When the broken many people living in the world agree there will be an answer. Let it be.
Hypnotizer. He's a hypnotizer. Maybe that's a TV show there. I don't know.
Although there may be heartache, there is still a chance that
Gutenberg.
we'll see. There will
Mahoney,
be an
my
answer.
Voice Academy.
Let it be. 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 There will be an answer. Let it be.
That's
Tanya
a
Harding.
strange one.
Tanya Harding into Glenn Close.
There's no rhyme or reason to it.
But look in the background. There's Corbin Burnson and the guy from Miami Vice.
Philip Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
Ricky looks like to be Ricky Lake.
Oh, there's Jason Alexander in the background too. Yeah.
And the hypnotizer. Yeah.
I like that Jason Alexander. I like that Jason Alexander tucked in his shirt for this on the beach. That's how you dress on
That
the
was
beach,
nice of
right?
him.
Yeah.
Let it be. Let it be. Let it be.
Bud Bundy.
Yeah.
Pointing.
There will be an
Gordon
answer.
Kay.
Let it be.
All right, so now I just kind of skip around in this song.
Till tomorrow. Let it be. Then wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be.
Come on, Dom DeLuise.
Let it be. Let it be. Whisper words of wisdom.
Very reluctant. I guess Judd Nelson's like a high school principal now. Like,
He went from being the bad kid at the high school to
Yeah.
the principal.
right. Freddy Krueger.
Spectre Adam
Boyzone.
First
Steve, did you-
boy band.
Steve, did you guess Boyzone or no?
I
Who did you say
not.
again? Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, Dom DeLuise. That's right.
Yeah.
Is that DeLuise back in the left?
I think it is.
No, you're
Okay.
thinking that's Paul Prudhomme, I think.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Very reluctant. You see, Kathleen
She
Turner
didn't
was,
even sing.
was not interested.
She didn't sing.
Not musicians. It just says I'm too sexy.
Yeah.
It's-
Roxanne.
the singers of Cotton Eye Joe. They're there too.
Maybe they're from Norway, so they're like the hometown
No, they gotta be
representation
from
for
like
Norwegian TV.
Alabama or Arkansas or something.
Rednecks?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's where rednecks
They're
are
a
from.
Swedish musical group, according
Isn't
to
Dom DeLuise
Oh.
in that band?
yeah,
Wait, they're Swedish? They're really a Swedish?
yeah. I think that was why
I mean, it was
like
it was a dance
comedy-
mix of a redneck song, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hogan.
And
I
there's
can't
so
figure
much.
out-
There's so many more too. What were you saying, Steve?
I was just saying I can't figure out why some of them like it's Hulkin and then other like why they changed it to but yet the other ones it's I'm so sexy. Like there must be a Norwegian word for that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm Too Sexy wasn't translated when it made its way over.
There were numerous ones. I don't know.
Norway.
No, but they probably didn't translate "I'm Too Sexy" when it came to Norway. They probably just played the song "I'm Too Sexy" just like as is. We can stop talking about this now if you guys want.
Yeah, I'm good.
There are no Norwegian words for "I'm too sexy." It doesn't.
Well, now
translate.
it has 335,001 views.
We
and,
got to
it
find
should
some
have more.
we got to find some context to this. We got to find out like what was the it was in a TV show. So like what was the TV show? Why did they do this? How much did the celebrities
Yeah.
get paid?
I have some
Where was
relatives
Dom
who speak
DeLuise?
Norwegian.
What?
Our hometown is very Norwegian, so I think we can get this figured out. This is
Call the
we
mayor.
got a lot of connections to Norway.
Call the mayor
Yep,
right now,
I'm
Nick.
calling her.
Call the mayor right now.
All right.
Seriously.
I'll get her on the phone.
Seriously.
Huh?
Do it.
It's past the mayor's bedtime. I don't know
Okay, fine.
no. Yeah, I think we spent enough time on the Norwegian kids show.
Kids show. Is it a kids show?
Well, I don't know. Whatever it is. Golden Times.
Yeah, Golden
Norwegian
Times.
television.
Yeah. Okay.
Tell us if you're from Norway. Let us know. Now it's time for This Week in Flying Windows. This could also be considered a found footage festival classic because this is from our video all about the internet. It's our computer montage from like volume 4 of our touring show and DVD. And I didn't consider these flying windows, but somebody messaged us on Instagram and said, "Have you seen this video?" And I'm like, "We invented this video, but I didn't realize there were flying windows in it." So it's called The Kid's Guide to the Internet. You tell me, are these flying windows?
On your mark, get set. We're riding on the internet, cyberspace, sex.
I mean,
No, they're too feathered. They're too feathered.
You think
windows.
they're too feathered to be windows?
Yeah, they're too feathered to be
Really?
windows. Yeah.
Huh, too much
Maybe they're like
feathering.
boat windows. The circles.
Oh,
and-
it's like
yeah.
portals almost.
Yeah, yeah.
Too much rounding.
I think it's This Week in Feathered Shapes.
Interactive appetite, searching for a website.
Well, these look kind of window.
Too feathered.
There's too much feathering too.
Look, Nick, look to your
For a
right. Those
website,
out your windows, are they that feathered? Look at your windows right now. Are they feathered?
Well, mine happen to be, yeah. Well, look at the New York Times window. This one isn't feathered at all. We're talking a hard edge on that
Okay.
window.
Well, is the segment called
online.
This Week in Flying Window?
There's flying window heads. I don't know. Are these heads windows? I don't know.
Going
Attic
surfing on the
windows.
internet.
So yeah, I mean there's a lot of flying objects here. At least one of them was a window. So
Well, you need
feel like
two
bottom
for it
right's a
to make
window,
the.
too.
You need two for it
I've-
to make the
It's
corner.
This
I
Week in
think-
Twisting Browser. That window like spun
well,
in
yeah, that
the middle. That was
yeah.
amazing.
I think maybe we got to change it to This Week in Flying Objects.
That doesn't have the right ring to it.
Well,
Does it roll off the
I'm
tongue
telling-
like Windows?
I mean it's kind of like, what's the thing where it's like if you replace a boat piece by piece, and when is it not a new boat? Like
The Ship of Thebes, that paradox.
yes, the Ship of Thebes paradox. So like how much can a window be feathered and still be considered the same window?
This is too much.
I mean, it's one of those philosophical questions that we're dealing with. Yeah.
Answer in the message
Yep,
boards.
so-
Which
Yeah, let us
philosophical
know.
Yeah.
paradox does this most resemble?
There's going to be a lot of heated debate. That CNET window didn't look that feathered to me. Well,
Looks sort of beveled, kind of.
all right. Well, I don't know. Maybe that one didn't count, but to me, that's some high
what
action,
happens-
high octane flying
What
windows.
happens if you play a flying windows segment, what you call a flying window, and there's no flying windows in it? Is there some sort of punishment for that? I think there should be.
That's a different paradox. That's the ancient Greek paradox of the window.
Batman serial,
Stationary window.
Right. Okay.
It's the Batman serial thieves.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some raviolis, shall we?
Come on, let's see your raviolis. Show us 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 your raviolis.
I'm pretty jazzed about mine. Do you mind if I go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
So we got this one. I think somebody sent this to. I don't know where these videos come from. Somebody sent it to us, or we've got it at a thrift store. It cook up a little magic with your kids, and it's one of those videos that's put out. It's put out by this like food company, and they want you to buy their food first, but then they also were like, "Oh, we'll teach you magic tricks along with it, or we'll teach you some recipes." But then they were like, "Okay, we're going to teach you recipes and magic tricks all wrapped into one here." And just the product placement makes me laugh so hard every single time. So I cut together all the parts where they're trying to sell you stuff, but they're disguising it as a magic video and a a recipe video. So here it is. Cook up a little magic with your kids.
International Home Foods proudly presents Cook Up a Little Magic with Your Kids.
I like it.
I think it
So far,
probably,
so good.
I don't know how people got this. I don't know if it was like a proof of purchase thing where you sent it in or, but yeah.
Yeah, there were those things like the Kool-Aid Magic Secrets video, you know.
Yeah,
like
we have the
General
one for
Mills
like
Magic
General
Secrets
Mills.
and-
Yeah. It was like you send in 5 proofs of tricks purchases and you can get the tape.
Right.
Hi, I'm Mark the Magician, and today we're going to be cooking up a little magic, literally. So sit back and relax and enjoy the video. When you're on the run as much as I am, you know that Chef Boyardee fat-free cheese ravioli makes a great tasting meal in just minutes. All you have to do is open the can, heat it up, and voila, dinner is served. To get started, you'll
Do
need
you
2
think he
cans.
sleeps there? Like uses a ravioli as a pillow? Like
Oh,
he's-
maybe he does. Yeah. And maybe he only eats one of those beans for like a meal. He only needs 1 bean for like lunch.
Oh yeah. That
Yeah.
would feed his entire, assume his family's the same size as he is. Yeah,
Right.
that would feed them for a
Oh,
month.
you'll meet his family at the end.
Of Chef Boyardee fat-free cheese ravioli in tomato sauce.
Hey, Mom, want to see a great trick?
Magic.
Don't tell me you're going to clean up your room. Well, we've got a few minutes.
And this also this has, I call them dork families. We have so many videos with dork families. I want to do a dork family montage. We have a lot.
The Kid's Guide to the Internet is a classic dork family.
That's a
yeah.
dork family. That's a full dork family. Yeah, we got lots of them.
Up your room. Well, we've got a few minutes. Why don't you show us your stuff, Mr. Magic?
Rub it against the can of Chef Boyardee. Explain that there's magic in every can. Rub it against the can and say, abracadabra, Chef Boyardee. You know, for years, all-natural PAM cooking spray has made cooking easier than ever. And here's a great meal that takes advantage of PAM's many uses. Start with a 1/4 cup of Goulden's spicy brown mustard. Now, spray a baking
I like
sheet with
Goulden's.
all-natural
Yeah.
PAM cooking spray. Cut the chicken into 1-inch chunks and evenly spray with all-natural PAM cooking spray. Yes, spray PAM directly on the food. It's a great taste enhancer. Place the
You
nuggets
can
on the
taste
baking
those
sheet.
propellants.
Nuggets on the baking sheet, spray with all-natural PAM cooking spray.
So I'll put it under this PAM cap. And just so I don't touch the PAM cap,
So I'm going to actually use this PAM cap. Next, we place the PAM cap on top of the quarter. And that's the trick with the PAM cap.
It's just like when he's talking about the PAM cap. They keep talking about the PAM cap. That whole trick had to do with the PAM cap.
You can't do the trick without the PAM cap.
You can't. You need the PAM cap.
Steve, will
Now-
one of your hats one week be a PAM cap?
I'm working on it right now.
Okay.
Cap.
The
Now
Charlottesville
we all
PAM
know.
caps.
I think that's gonna be my new vanity plate. It's gonna say PAM cap. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I
do
can fit
it.
that. I can fit that, can I? Yeah.
You can, absolutely, yeah.
Cap. Now we all know that Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs makes a magically great meal all by itself.
I mean, we all know that, right? We all know that.
Absolutely.
know
yeah,
that.
fat free, yeah.
Spaghetti and meatballs makes a magically great meal all by itself.
There's magic in the
anytime.
can.
Start with 2 cans of Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs in tomato sauce.
watch before your eyes magically. The middle can will be taken out.
Can I use
I
other
will
cans for
balance
this?
it
No. No, you can't.
They don't have magical powers.
on top of these knives.
That little guy knows Mr. Penders.
Oh
I
yeah.
think he and Mr. Penders are from the potty training video.
Do
are
we have
friends.
a tiny men
Tiny men
montage ready to
montage.
go now? Might.
Who makes a montage?
Well, here's a truly magical recipe for no-fry French toast using all-natural PAM butter flavor cooking spray that's perfect for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. First, you'll need a can of all-natural PAM butter-flavored cooking spray.
All natural PAM butter flavor? Isn't that an
They can't
oxymoron?
say they can't say it's butter because there's no butter in it.
But they also
It's
put the word all natural at the beginning.
yeah. Well, all natural is a nebulous word. They could call almost anything that.
Oh well, maybe butter flavor is nature. Maybe that's from nature. Yeah.
To start off, spray a 3-quart saucepan evenly with the PAM. Now, spray a 10-inch skillet with all-natural PAM butter flavor cooking spray. Wow, that really tastes like butter. Now, whether I'm on the road
It's
or at
not
home,
though.
Tastes like butter. I think the kids were watching this for the magic tricks. They're like, "What the hell is he? Why do I care about this?"
Now, whether I'm on the road or at home.
Why am I hungry for fat-free ravioli?
Sure. Now, whether I'm on the road or at home, there's one magic box I always keep handy, and that's my Crunch and Munch. Boy, that's good. All we need this time is a box of Crunch and Munch. Now place the Crunch and Munch in an 8 by 8 inch baking dish. Listen to the Crunch and Munch. For this trick, you'll need 3 things: a box of Crunch and Munch, and Crunch and Munch. Well, I hope you all had as much fun as I did learning how to make some truly magical, easy-to-fix meals using these great International Home Foods products.
Cook up a little magic with your kids, brought to you by International Home Foods.
So big thanks to International Home Foods for that video.
Are they sponsoring your background this week, Steve? I want to thank International Home Foods. You're reading something. They're the makers of PAM all natural butter flavored cooking spray, and the delicious Chef Boyardee. I don't know how to say that.
It's hungry. It's a meal all on its own.
And support the Belindas who support us. Thank you, International Home Foods.
It comes with a pamphlet. Look at that army. That army of delicious.
I saw that video when I was a kid, and that's why I started huffing Pam.
Oh yeah, you have fierce brand loyalty to International Home Foods products.
Look at how much all natural stuff there is there. It's all natural. It's fat free and it's all natural. So
yeah, the star of that show is the mustard. That's the one I have brand loyalty to, that mustard. Hey, will you actually get PAM CAP as a vanity plate? You just got a new car, so I mean not new, but
maybe I could.
Patreon money is just burning a hole in our pockets. So
can I use some of the Patreon money to pay for my PAM CAP?
Absolutely. Yeah. Because we can get content out of it. Yeah.
Yeah. The only I've just learned from your lesson of having Boop Fan is that I don't want to have to talk to my mechanic about what it means. I don't want to have that conversation every single time.
But I want you to, so please get PAM CAP and report back.
All right, I'll run under the DMV.
Belindas who support us.
No.
All right.
Well, there was this video, and it had to do with magic and food, and also my muffler.
This place that are tough to explain.
Nick, I'll do it as soon as you call the mayor of Stoughton and ask about the celebrity video. So
deal. I'll get her on the phone. Right. So Babe-ruary, we had a Hunktober, which is October's a long month, 31 days. Babe-ruary was tragically cut short yesterday, and I wanted to extend it. That's where we have to do just FCC rules. We have to do equal time with babes and hunks. So found a video called the All American Girls Dance.
Today's still February.
Nope.
Oh, I think it's March 1st.
29 days hath February this year.
I think it's March 1st.
Yeah, we're celebrating Barch.
Yeah, it's March 1st. We're competing with the State of the Union, and we're making them sit through a Let It Be video. But this is the All American Girls Dance Funk workout. We're extending Babe-ruary by one extra day, and this is great. They do these impossible. It's an exercise video ostensibly, but there's no way anybody could do these exercises. They're so advanced, and at the end, they let each woman kind of take center stage and do freestyle dance funk. So this is I'm going to show you the intro and then sort of the end where they get to show off their stuff.
Hi, and welcome to the Dance Funk Workout with the All American Girls.
Whoa, that's a move.
Yeah.
Do we have to salute their leotards?
Yes, all of this. 2 servicemen have to ceremoniously fold off that leotard at the top.
That looked like a Kristen Wiig routine.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, looked like.
Yeah.
That's like a George Pastos routine.
I I challenge myself to do that by the end of the episode.
Challenge accepted, George.
Who's the instructor here, so she's got some advanced level. What do you think of this song?
I was just wondering, do they
Cover
hear
Let
it
It
or are
Be,
they
right?
dancing to something? I was wondering, do they hear it or are they dancing to something completely different and they just added this later for rights purposes?
I like to think they're dancing to nothing and then they add this later.
Well, like I always think about that when they're like dancing on like an episode of Family Matters. Like they can't have a song playing because there's dialogue over it, so they're just dancing to nothing. Here, they're probably dancing to copyrighted music and dubbing this in later, I would think. The makers of California Big Hunks told us that they were dancing to like Michael Jackson and then they dubbed it over later.
But their beats, their moves seem to be on the beat though. So
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, these are gifts waiting to happen.
Oh, there's that one.
All American Girls Dance Funk Workout 1991. So an
Happy
extended
Babe-ruary.
Babe-ruary. Happy Babe-ruary to everybody, and I think it's a fitting way to end Babe-ruary.
Yeah. And I know why I thought there were 29 days half February. It's because of my calendar. They just put 31 days for every single month. That's what they do.
Did
So-
they really?
No.
Oh. I was like, maybe that's part of the cult. I don't know.
They're like 7 years behind it.
Cults have operate by different rules.
All right. Oh, so I have a filth corner. So I wasn't expecting this to be a filth corner, but you know, life can be pretty cool sometimes. So I have to play this beforehand. I made this agreement years ago with the Melindas that if I'm going to show any filth, I play this beforehand so they can know whether to avert their eyes or to maybe skip this part if they're watching it later. George, what do you? This isn't Joe's reading corner. This is Joe's
sorry.
filth corner.
All right.
Okay, so this video here, I'm going to show it to you. Nick, have you seen this one on the shelf?
Yeah, I never watched it.
Okay. So I should have done excited or not excited, but it's miscellaneous, but it's an acronym, and it says viewer discretion advised. And I finally popped it in, and it turned out it was like one of those like extreme sports videos. You know, they always have good titles like that. Like we have like Crusty Dirt Demons, and it's all dirt bikes and stuff. This one's all about wakeboarding, and I was watching, it's like all wakeboarding. There's like some crashes and stuff. And sometimes they'll say some swear words. And I was just like, oh, is that why they do the viewer discretion advised on there? I was like, it just seems like they're just crashing. It's because of the violence or something. They give the middle finger occasionally. They're like late 90s bros. And, but then I got to one part. And then I learned why it was viewer discretion advised. Yes,
And I knew this was the part we had to play for you.
Yeah.
Well, you'll see some cool wakeboarding too in this. Don't worry.
Oh, good.
All right, here we go. Joe's Filth Corner. Miscellaneous, viewer discretion advised, wakeboarding. All right, this is how it starts too. It has a great beginning.
Brandon, come and pick up your friend Eric. I'll be waiting for you. He's pretty cold and wet. He's pretty cold. Thank you, man.
Take that. Maybe it's not late 90s. It's probably 2002, I would guess.
It was produced by
2003.
SEAL Team 6.
Yeah. This is how it starts. And then all of a sudden we'll jump to like the middle of the video. Is this probably a corn song? Are we gonna?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. All right, then this happens.
When you're stung by the vicious jellyfish, you must use your you must.
I'm just glad I don't have to do the pixelation on this one.
I only need to pixelize his wiener, right? I don't need to pixelize the pee going in his face, right?
No,
Okay.
that's nature. But...
All right, yeah.
Disinfectant burning and Steve.
Good job.
So that's why.
Back to the
But
wakeboarding.
he got stung by a jellyfish. So
On his mouth?
Yeah.
And I heard that doesn't work too. I heard that just
Is that an old wife, or is that like a prank or something, like an old wives' tale prank? Like you say, like, oh, you got to pee on yourself.
Probably. It was in like Ben Franklin's Farmer's Almanac, and someone got handed down to those wakeboarders.
George, will you look it up? What George tell you, Steve?
George told me it had to be someone else's pee.
Yeah. and it's to prevent you from getting stung by a jellyfish. It has to be preventative. Like when you get to the beach, everyone has to.
Oh, it's a more
pee on each
holistic
other.
jellyfish care, right?
Yeah, it's from the last chapter of Urine Good Health, I think.
Oh, okay, and
yeah, Urine Health video.
Steve, George told you that when you guys were on your last vacation, like the beach resort.
Yeah, which is weird because we were going skiing, so it was weird that I suggested that.
Downhill.
During the height of COVID, both you guys went to Cancun together. I thought that was interesting, but not to each his own. So the State of the Union, like I mentioned, we're competing with it, and it's a big one. There's a lot going on in the world, not just wakeboarding. This is an important time for a lot of the celebrities on our show, some of the recurring characters. And there's a guy named Daniel Songer. He's the world's worst internet comedian. He's polarized the VCR Party community. For those who haven't seen Daniel Songer, Joe, I asked if you could pull up like 10 seconds of him just to give people an idea of who Daniel Songer is.
10 seconds is not gonna do it. 10 seconds is not gonna.
I think that's about enough Songer actually for most people.
Well, here's the thing. I'm due for a Songer. You know, I can do my Songers every 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't count, right? Because I'm going to do a Songer hater challenge for next week. And I just want to make sure that this doesn't count as my Songer.
I don't think it does. This is just a reminder of who he is before I play Daniel Songer's State of the Union address.
Okay, but wait a second. George and Steve, do you sign off on this too? Like we can play this and I can play another Songer next week?
I'm going to say sure.
Okay.
Okay.
This is an meritocracy. All right.
Nick gets to decide. All right. So here's some Daniel Songer sample.
I was in a country club shooting pool with two of my friends, and we're playing this game Cutthroat. And the waitress comes over, real pretty girl comes over. She wants to know the game, you know? I start explaining to her, and I got all my balls around the cue ball, you know? And I start telling her, I gotta get the opponent's balls in, man! I gotta get the opponent's balls in! Balls in! I gotta get the opponent's balls in! Come on, you know, get the balls in, you know.
Wow, yeah, that's emblematic of all things Daniel Songer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And see but that was like 45 seconds. You can't just have 10 seconds of Songer. There's no way. Anyway, go ahead. All right. I'm excited about this. This is the thing I'm most excited about today is this.
So the guy who turned us on to Songer, he's also the host of the Found Footage podcast or the VCR Party podcast, Bastard Tapes, Tim Harrod. He's a Conan O'Brien, a former Conan writer, an Onion writer. And he collaborated with me on performing what we imagined Daniel Songer's State of the Union would look like.
Can't wait.
And then I turned it over to George and said, hey, can you add some graphics and some cutaways to it? And George worked his magic. So here is just a minute of Daniel Songer's State of the Union. If you want the full thing, go to patreon.com/foundfootagefestival. And at the $5 and up level, you get the full State of the Union from Daniel Songer.
Madam Speaker, ladies and gentlemen, President Entertainer Daniel Songer with State of the Union Address number 98.
Hey, President Daniel Songer here with State of the Union number 98. Madam Speaker, members of Congress, the State of the Union is strong, baby. Strong, strong. You know what I'm talking about. Strong. Yeah, baby. You see, America is standing at a crossroads, crossing all those roads. Woo! You know what I'm talking about. That's right, man. Crossroads.
All right, that's just a little taste. It gets more obnoxious. There's a lot more innuendo. There's a lot more pelvic thrusting, but I'm putting that behind the paywall. You got to be part of the Patreon community to see.
You got to give us money for that, for sure.
Yeah.
I also like that it takes a village to make a Daniel Songer State of the Union. just all the forces came together to make this perfect
it really
storm.
took everybody. Yeah, it really did.
Wow, nice work.
Yeah, it gets pretty lewd, and so that's
do you do any gyrations?
It ends strong.
Are there any gyrations? Like
there's definitely there's a World War II veteran who's honored in the audience, and his sexual virility is called into question by Daniel Songer, by President Daniel Songer. So
classic President Songer move there.
Yep. So anyway, that's I think that's the raviolis for this week.
Show us your raviolis.
Let's get into some separate videos on the internet.
The segment, of course, where we teach you how to watch videos not on VHS, but ones that are found on the internet. It's an instructional segment, and I just want to, oftentimes we feature jingles on this, in our ongoing quest to gather the best TV commercial jingles. And here's a recent one that was sent in by Drew. This is like a newer one. You can tell because it's in the 16:9 formatting, not the 4:3. But I thought this had all the elements of a great jingle. Take a listen.
We sit together every morning, planning out the day, and dreaming of the future, you and I.
We have planted our family tree in NSS life. Moving towards our future goals has never looked so bright. NSS life, where family matters.
I love that.
I mean, the raspiness, the duet part of it, it's just...
This has me excited about the toe tapping tournament, which is coming up in 1 month, the end of March. We're going to be doing our toe tapping tournament. Do you think NSS Life is going to make it? Is it going to make the cut?
It's. I hope that it's going to be in my corner. It's going to, because I think it's got everything we need. It's raspy. It's got a lot of layers to it. The production quality is good. I think it's got a chance.
But here's the thing. I don't think it's an Otis. We've heard enough Otis at this point to where I know what an Otis. I know an Otis when I hear it, and I don't think that was an Otis.
I
Not
think
an Otis,
it'd be in the Songer 16, but I don't know if it'll make it to the Earworm 8.
Everyone, of course, knows what we're talking about. This is
we're like speaking gibberish now. Like Nick, you were introducing new people to the show. They turned the show off a long time ago.
Oh yeah,
they're not with us anymore.
What's a ravioli? Does that have to do with the Chef Boyardee thing they played earlier? Never mind. Go back to episode like 100. Start there and move.
They're not as good, but go back to that one. Yeah, go back to the one where George started with us. That's the best one to start.
Okay. Well, Steve, let's go to you next. What do you got for us?
So I'm doing another Jock Sham, and this week we look at Justin Tucker, who on top of being an all-pro kicker for the Baltimore Ravens. He also is an opera singer, so of course, advertisers knew he had the secret talent, and they wanted to. I want to say jeopardize. They want to. What's the word I'm looking for?
Capitalize.
Thank you. Yes,
I got it first.
Great.
I'm excited about this because he was on my fantasy team this year.
All right. Well, hopefully you enjoy this.
And now, professional football kicker Justin Tucker.
Royal Farms coffee is the one for me. Fresh and hot, it hits the spot. Get yourself a cup at Royal Farms. I'm sure you will agree. 2 sugars and some cream, that is my dream. My cup of Royal Farms.
Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Is it really him singing?
That's really him singing.
Wow.
And yeah.
So he's an NFL kicker, and he's the best kicker in the NFL right now. Like he has like the highest percentage or whatever. Like he's number one, at least in fantasy, has the most points. But whenever somebody can do two things like that really good, like they can do opera really good and they can be an NFL kicker, I think they're time travelers. I think like he's probably a time traveler, don't you think? Or he's like Bill Murray in Groundhog's Day. Like he keeps getting to live this life over and over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think of them as like insufferable people who make no time for like just being normal dudes, and they are constantly focused on their career and hobbies.
What do you suggest? What do you think he should do, Nick? What do you suggest Justin Tucker take up? Watch more TV. Is that,
just be a more normal dude to hang out with. Yeah, that's what I would suggest. But I don't know if that's a sham. I thought that was actually, apart from bastardizing the opera Carmen to sell coffee.
That's what I feel. It's like, I feel like he's doing a great job, but I feel like what they're, basically they're taking.
I see.
He's this talented opera star. Not star, but he's a talented opera singer, and all of a sudden they're making him sing about coffee.
Here's the other thing though. I bet opera singers would watch that and be like, "Oh, he fucking sucks." You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah.
Right. Sounds like an opera singer.
Right.
That's the way they talk.
To us, yeah. George, what about you?
I've found a cyber video that feels a lot to me like an IMG. Okay. So I love Roy Orbison, but I confess, growing up, I didn't think much of him. He seemed goofy to me. I didn't get his whole aesthetic, and it didn't help that he was selling albums in like corny TV commercials like these.
Silver Eagle Records presents the great Roy Orbison.
I don't know.
Now available for the first
I thought he
time
was
on
goofy.
2 LPs
And
and
then,
cassette.
and then he appeared on like the Dukes of Hazzard while Boss Hogg danced. So I used to do impressions of him for my family. I just thought he was goofy. But then he was in the Traveling Wilburys, and then he was hanging out with David Lynch and Glenn Danzig, and he had this big career resurgence. So I decided he was cool. But the truth is he was cool all along, and I just didn't know. And then he died in 1988. But I still love him. So imagine my surprise when I found a video with the title, Roy Orbison, What Happened If He Didn't Die a Year 1956 to 2030 Remain Part 2. And it was created and uploaded last year by Duck Wild. Okay.
April 1st.
Yeah. But so
okay, I don't know what this is going to be.
I have to set up a little more. It's 7.5 minutes of amateurish morphing between low-res photos of Roy Orbison year by year. I made some cuts and increased the speed to 400%, so we'll only be here for a minute. And I had to replace the soundtrack so we didn't get taken down. But note that it takes a shocking turn in 1988, the year he died of a heart attack. Okay, so now you're ready for Roy Orbison, What Happened If He Didn't Die a Year 1956 to 2030 Remain Part 2.
I mean, is this a video of the year candidate already?
It might be cyber video of the year. This might be cyber video of the year.
Oh, I like how you can see Shutterfly in that one.
Yeah.
Shutterfly morphed.
Yeah.
But normally this is 7 minutes long. You're doing the fast version here, right?
Yeah, remember he's about to die in 1988.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Question mark. Okay, he had a heart attack. Oh, wait, he's recovering from surgery.
1991. He's still alive. 93. Okay, I graduated from high school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Some incredible photoshopping.
No way. Wait a second, that's an old photo.
Wait,
Holy Jesus.
And then things take an even crazier turn.
Sold 9 million records.
Now watch this. All right.
He sold 13 million records. Cyber video of the year. Cyber video of the year. Hands down. Let's just stop now.
It's only March 1st, but I think we're ready to declare it. I mean, let's just end the segment. I mean, that is.
It had like 2,400 views too, didn't it?
It had.
That's more than this episode.
It had 2,400 views. in
Wow.
a year.
Who were those
But,
people
He
who
only has
watched that?
314 followers too.
I was like 1,000 of
wild.
those viewers because I just
okay.
once when you're at 3.5 minutes in, you're not going to turn it off. You have no idea where it's going to go.
So from like 88 to 97, he pretty much looked the same, right? It was like 97 when he started changing again.
Well, he turned black and white while he was sick.
He was dead for
and then he grew
stayed
his
the same for 5 years while he was dead, and then
his heart attack beard, and then he started looking really strange.
I hope you made note of that YouTube channel. Like, I hope that you're following that, you subscribe to it, and you'll keep us updated on all the
Who else
stuff.
didn't die a year?
Yeah.
George, will you get the title of that video as your license plate? You have a
Yes.
card too.
I'll get one of those
You might have to
European plates
take
that's
out
much
the
longer.
vowels. Yeah, get the European one. Yeah, they have it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the European ones, they allow like 58 letters. So
that'll fit that over. Yeah.
all right, so I've got some IMGs, but I'm mixed. Sometimes life can be cool, and you can combine corners. This is a show of 1,000 corners, and I'm combining 2 of them here. So IMGs, and I'm mixing them with a corner that I started maybe like 6 months ago, called George's Deathbed Visions, and the idea is that these are visions that George will see moments before he dies. Like when he's on his deathbed, they say your life flashes before your eyes. These are the images that flash before George's eyes before he dies. And so far, George, would you say they're pretty accurate?
Batting 1,000.
Okay. All right. So I combined 2 graphics into one, George's Deathbed Visions and IMGs.
George's Deathbed Visions.
Okay. This is an exciting one. So, okay, IMG 2468. Glenn and his wife sent this one. And the second I saw it, I was like, that's a George's Deathbed Vision. There's no doubt about it. This one has 54 views, and it was posted 8 years ago. And it's called Disturbing Hand Snake. Glenn and his wife named it that. Disturbing Hand Snake. Here it is, your George's Deathbed Vision and IMG. Together at last. It also has an incongruous soundtrack too, which is another one of my favorite subgenres.
What if you
IMGs.
if you wanted to make love to this song, it's kind of got that sexy rhythm, but you had to play the video. If you want to do it, you got to play the video.
You wanted to make love to the song, but you're that.
Right. Oh yeah, that's true. That could work too.
Yeah. It's a great IMG. 54 views.
That might be what kills me.
It could be.
IMG minus. Locks are done. Gotta sleep.
George's Deathbed IMGs. I love it.
Nick, do you want to explain that to the new viewers who just tuned in for this episode? Just everything that.
Yeah, you type in IMG and 4 random numbers. Random videos.
They're gone. They're long gone.
Okay.
They turned it off a while ago.
Okay.
All right, that's my combo, and those are the cyber videos.
We have a few announcements getting out this week. First of all, we're on tour very soon. March, next week, I think. We're on tour in Portland, Vancouver, and Seattle, and then we're in Woodstock, New York. And these live shows have been really fun. It's great to get out of the house and out of the office and off of Zoom and see people in person. It's been great. And there's been a lot of Melindas in the audience. So a lot of our viewers have come up and said hi, which has been cool. So come out and see us in the Pacific Northwest. We don't get there that often.
Saturday morning cartoons is in full effect. What do we got this Saturday, George? We got Mask. We're watching Mask.
Mask with Doug Stone, who played Matt Tracker, the lead in Mask.
All right.
Okay.
Let's take care of this raffle. Can we finish off this raffle? So
please.
So my buddy, our buddy Marcus, he went to Thailand and he brought me back some South Park underwear with the Simpsons elastic, and it was clearly bootleg, and I've had them for like the last 15 years, and I was going to throw them away because you know, they're just kind of, the elastic is gone. And I decided, you know what, we do raffles on this show. Let's see how many raffles we can get for this. So, and I also said that I would throw in a Bazingas hat too. How many submissions do you guys think we got for how many sweepstakes entries?
I'll say 12.
Okay. Over or under that, George?
Over.
Steve?
I feel like you've showed us that you've gotten more than that, which shocks me. More than shocks me.
It's 12 exactly. Got 12.
Wow.
Nice work, Nick.
Yes.
You win the shorts, Nick.
No, I didn't. 11. Let's say 11.
But in this, I got one that was it's not a death threat, but it's more of like a death wish, I would say. Do you
Sent
want
from Queens, right?
Sent from Boston.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I know who it was.
Yeah. Do you? Who?
No.
Oh.
Hey,
well,
my family.
What I called this was when you sent your letter in, you had to address it to, am I sure I really want Joe's South Park and Simpsons boxer shorts that Marcus got him in Thailand 14 years ago, and maybe he'll throw in a Bazingas hat sweepstakes. And so that's how people addressed it, and that's how they showed up on the doorstep. But this one addressed it to, no, I don't want Joe's underwear. What the actual hell is wrong with him? Like I want anything that's been anywhere near his ass. It doesn't take a psychologist to figure out he's a sociopath. It's only a matter of time before he randomly mails feces. Wouldn't it be a shame if he got drunk and fell down the stairs and Nick and George had to carry on without him? I can afford my own Bazingas hat sweepstakes.
Wow.
No mention of Steve.
No mention of Steve. Yeah. And so, but you know what?
Picture that in a Boston accent, some Southeast sending that in the mail. I mean, you watch your back.
Should I just send should I just send this to this person? The person who
well, don't include the hat. They can afford their own.
Oh, that's true.
Save that for right future sweepstakes.
All right, this death wish is going up. This is my first death wish ever. So it's going
first
up
written
here.
death wish.
Yeah. There's been a lot of private ones.
So Nick, technically there were 11. So you were.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
It's not right.
All right, here we go. Who's gonna win the South Park underwear?
Good to
with
see the hopper back out there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Were you able to? Yeah, you need to see it.
Yeah.
You need to see it spin though, right? I mean, that's otherwise
it doesn't count.
Right.
Yeah,
you
right.
have to use a
Counting
gloved
firm.
hand, right?
Okay, here we go. All right, I'm just randomly reaching in. Who's gonna be? Round and round she goes. Nope. It's
a menu.
Actually, Nick, there are 10. There are 10. It turns out there was that was a piece of paper. All right, here we go. All right, reaching in. Here we go. And our winner is Veronica Scrappy Rat. Scrappy Rat won.
Oh
my
yeah,
underwear.
Scrappy.
Yes. And by the way,
She
I
might
watched
actually
it.
enjoy that one. Yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
Well, she's a regular viewer. She puts up with a lot of our bullshit. So yeah, maybe.
All right, Veronica Scrappy Rat, nice work. You are the winner of my underwear. And guess what? I am going to throw in the Bazingas hat. I'm going to. Yep.
Congratulations.
So that's the
Send a picture
sticker.
of you wearing both.
Exactly. All right. Well, that
right.
closes the book on that one. I have another idea for another raffle coming up. We'll talk about it next week. But I've been
Okay.
working with George on this one.
Each one, by my count, takes about a half year to execute, and then from execution and launch to actual delivery. So
Well, blame the mail,
2
Nick.
year.
Don't blame me.
That's true.
Blame the U.S.
It's the
Postal
mail's
Service.
fault.
Do you want people to FedEx these in, Nick? Is that your suggestion?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I would
Okay.
love that. Or just have the early birds, have them get rewarded. We have an SLP club. This is our streaming club like Netflix, where you can just new stuff added every week. We got 2 new things added each week. So there's a ton of stuff on there, and it's like $6 a month. So join us. And what do we have this week?
Oh, we're gonna.
The Blockbuster Network.
I'm gonna put up the Blockbuster Network. So we watched a little bit of that on our EP. a couple weeks ago. And so this is when Nick and I worked at Blockbuster, they would put up these videos that were 3 hours long, and they'd be on a loop. They'd rewind and they'd have to play again. And it was just advertisements for Blockbuster shit. It's like Tombstone Pizza, but then they'd also have a review of Tin Cup, and it goes on forever. And I think what I have is 1 hour long. So it'll be 1 hour of all the advertisements that played up in Blockbuster videos on the monitors. So that's in there.
I can't wait for that. And then our other thing, paid thing is the Patreon, which we've mentioned before. And if you're at the $10 and up a month level bonus, you get a bonus episode each week. And we're in the karaoke mood. We were watching those make your own music videos. And so as part of the karaoke montage in our Volume 9 show, there's a tape of Vietnamese karaoke songs, which with incredible music videos, with budgets, plots, special effects. And that's what we're going to be watching this Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Is that what the tape?
Well,
okay.
and that's what we're going to go out on too. Yeah. For whatever reason, like Vietnamese karaoke videos are the best of all of them. They're so ambitious. And I'm just going to show you maybe like a minute's worth here going out on it. But like, just look how dense this is. It's incredible. So here's the thing. If we had been prepared, we could have done better.
We'll be right back right after that.
Everybody's a puppet when they're dead.
It's all for you, Amber.
Xa em thôi, hoàng hôn yên lặng cũng theo về.
When we return, Dr. Sellner will complete the bunion surgery.
Yes, those are his pajamas he's wearing.
All right, I gotta go.
That's all. That's it.
Let me see that one.
Rocks are done. Gotta sleep. Bye.
That's it. That it done.
We did our best. If we'd been prepared, we could have done better.
What do you think about Bibra?
About what?
My nose isn't for yuck anymore.
Ooh.
That's all I'm doing.
Cheerio.
Tinkerbell!
We'll be right back right after that.
And Kurt Polstead, the real great guy.
Nice, nice.
Goodbye.
Jim's coins in Hilldale.